Hi everybody, I wanted to talk a little bit about the waste reduction project. We're going to do a 14-day project, so 2 full weeks, and you're going to document your waste every day. And you can write it in a list. You can just have a piece of paper and write down the things you're throwing away as you go through your day. And then you can also collect your garbage and take a photograph of it. And as part of your project, I'm asking you to do 5 photographs in the actual document. But I'd really like for you to actually be doing visual documentation every day. The reason I ask for 5 only is because projects get very image heavy and they're huge files if I ask you to put all your photos in. So just get a good kind of visual synopsis of what you've experienced with your project. So in the week 1, you're going to keep your waste output just the way it normally is. Try not to adjust it. Just do like normally as you kind of are right now, not without trying to make any changes. So you're going to have, maybe your cans, beer cans, bottles, wine bottles, or cardboard boxes, or things like this. Here in Oahu, a lot of us shop at Costco, or on the military base, you guys shop at the various stores there. And you're also going to notice that there's kind of an ebb and a flow. Like, on your shopping weeks, you're going to have more waste because you might bring home bags or cardboard boxes. And then some things, like I buy these huge thing of ginger, and this would last me a very long time. Like I probably keep this for a month or even longer, the ginger. So this particular item might only get thrown away once in a while. And that is also one of the reasons it's useful for us to do a full 2-week project instead of just a 1-week project, because 1 week doesn't give us enough of a picture about what's going on waste-wise in our life. And so in your week 1, you're going to document your waste as is, take some photographs as you go along, try to take photographs every day. Some people like to stand over their garbage can and take a photograph of the whole garbage can. Some people like to be very meticulous and wash everything and then sort of set it up and then take a photograph that way. I'm going to leave that up to you to decide. It kind of depends on your own habits and what your lifestyle is like. But I ask people to be sincere. This is a really important project because a lot of people like to fake it till you make it. There's various ways that students do that, and some of them are very easily detectable and some of them are harder to detect. But remember, I've seen hundreds of these projects, so I can usually tell when you're kind of just making it up or you're doing the project with sincerity. And I really do encourage you to do it with sincerity because you'll get a lot out of this project. At first it seems like a weird one, and then all of a sudden it really helps students connect the dots between materials and the things we're reading about in the textbook and the way we use things. So an example I like to give is that there's a real disconnect between the way things are designed and the way we use them. So a lot of times we have a plastic shopping bag, or a Subway sub gets put into a plastic bag, and sometimes we use that plastic bag for 2-3 minutes, and then that object, the plastic bag, lives on for 500 years. And so there's this real disconnect between the functional use of the material and the object and the need that we have for it in the first place. And then you're also going to be starting to look at your various materials and trash as new material for, let's say, a functional wearable item. So you could create a Halloween costume for your kids, or you could create something funky and interesting for yourself, and kind of for you to be creative and fun with that. So maybe you would have something in your life like this that has these interesting design elements, and you could start looking at them and being like, oh, I could cut that out and I could make that into something interesting, like a belt or earrings or whatever. Or you could look at something like this, a container like this, where it's got this pretty heavy-duty plastic, and you could use that plastic for something. Like as a printer, I would look at this and be like, oh, I could cut a stencil out of that and make something really interesting from a stencil out of that, or I could use this as a structural object to build something. And so start to look at your trash from a whole new perspective. So in your second week, you're going to try to reduce your waste in half. And I would like for you to brainstorm and think about what are the ways that you could reduce your waste in half. Like when we were all going to work, one of the ways would be by bringing your lunch, eating less takeout, trying to not get as much junk mail, using a different kind of laundry detergent that doesn't have as much packaging, or adopting some of those minimalist or zero waste lifestyle habits, like buying your bread from an actual bakery and getting it like not in a plastic bag, those kind of things. So I hope that's a little helpful and gives you a bit of a better idea. Most people submit this as a Word document with their images loaded into it, and it's all like that. Or sometimes people will actually just make a written list, you know, something like this with all their trash written down, and then they'll snap photographs of that and submit that. I'm not trying to make this a big tedious project. It just is a little bit labor intensive, which is why I put it right in the front of the course when you have lots of energy and attention for it, and also when you can get the most out of the content of it. So I hope that helps. Thanks for watching, and I will keep making these videos to help you along with your projects. Thanks.